And welcome back to Magpie Farm, and on this midweek video we're going to be talking about peppers, specifically pepper plants, and I hope to share with you some tips on how to know when your pepper plants are ready for harvest. Can they be harvested when they're green? Do you have to wait until they're red? And what does an actual pepper plant that's ready to harvest look like? Well, I hope to answer these and other questions today on Magpie Farm's video. Also, keep tuned towards the end where I will share with you the fruits of our labour for this year on our pepper plants on the polytunnel. It's been an amazing year and we hope to share that with you. Well, welcome back, and as you can see there are plenty on this plant to actually be harvested. Okay, and welcome back in from the polytunnel. I thought it would be easier for me to actually show you a plant to give you a good idea of when a pepper plant is ready for harvest. What I've also done is taken a number of different pepper plants in different stages of development. All of these are edible. So as you can see, there's 3 green ones. Now they've reached the stage where they've gone to a darker green. It then goes through a stage of going from a dark green to a slight black, and then starting to go to a slight red. And then finally, the red ones that we all know. But all of these can be picked at any time from the plant. And as you can see on this plant here, there are some at different stages. Some red, some green, and some changing. Now this plant is looking a bit sorry for itself because it's in a pot, but it's still good. And I'll also be giving you a tip at the end for actually overwintering your pepper plants. They're not just a one-time use. If you can get them to survive, and in most climates they will do so. So how do you know when the actual plant is ready for harvest? Well, when they're fully mature, there's a couple of things you can look for. One is corking, as I call it. Now I have one here. I'll show you on here. You can see there's a couple of like lines going around the top of the pepper. that basically means is corking. So they look like little veins. Sometimes they'll go down the whole of the pepper, sometimes they'll just be at the top. So how do you know when the peppers are ready for harvesting? Well, it's pretty easy, not rocket science. So as you can see here, we have a pepper plant. I've already harvested some off here, but you will lift it up very gently and twist it. Did you hear that? Let's try another one. Did you hear that? So how do you know if they're not ready for harvesting? See, as I pull that back, it doesn't give. Now compare that with one down by here. Now compare that with this, which is a red one. You see? See, that came off relatively easy. It's not fully ripe, but you can harvest them at the various stages. You may well have thought that when you buy different colour peppers in the shop, you'll get the green, you'll get the yellowish or the black, and you'll get the red. Basically, they're all the same pepper, just harvested at different times from the same plant. And finally, our last tip of the day for this video. How do you overwinter your pepper plants? Well, it's not for the faint of heart. You basically have to take all the leaves off when it's finished fruiting, and you will actually cut it back to the spur. And when I say spur, I mean where you've got a good leaf growth. So you'll see on this particular area we have a leaf growth here and a leaf growth there. So I cut it back to about by here. You'll then need to prepare some good potting compost and water it well, but not to the point that it's soaking. Take the root ball out, replant it, and then overwinter it. My recommendation would be, if you have the room, you overwinter it in the house. If not, you can overwinter in the polytunnel. I've done that in the past. Hopefully, and with some good prayers, your plant will survive, and then it will survive for many more years. I hope you enjoyed that tip from us at Magpie Farm. Okay, and now let's look at the harvest from the first harvest of peppers on Magpie Farm from the polytunnel. I'm so excited to show you this. Look at this, folks. This is our first ever harvest of peppers from Magpie Farm. I'm absolutely amazed, and there's probably twice as many more waiting to be harvested. So I hope you enjoyed this video today from Magpie Farm. If you did, please consider subscribing and hit the bell notification to get notified when we release new videos. It's with your support that we continue to do these videos and get the enjoyment out of doing them. So until next time, goodbye from Magpie Farm.